recording. Okay, so before I jump into the subject, I just wanted to give one example, okay, which we are very much familiar. So I am taking DMart as an example. Okay, so I hope everyone must have visited at least one time so far to the DMart, right? So that is the reason I have considered DMart as an example. Okay, let me, yeah. So this is the one which I would like to take it as a demo. So for example, as a customer, or as a consumer, when we walk into DMart, so typically what we see products, right? Products which are well organized in the racks. Okay, and apart from the products, what we see different groceries, different MRP manufactured or packaged goods, and as well as the perishable items. Perishable means like which is like vegetables or milk packets. So those fall under perishable items. So they are all well organized, and we'll basically what we do, we'll just carry one basket, and whatever the products we want, we'll just pick those products and go to the billing counter. So as a customer standpoint, typically what we see the items well organized or packed in the racks, and we pick the goods and we'll walk into the POS area. POS means point of sales. Okay, so just stop me whenever you feel any difficulty. Okay, so this is the basic example, like which most of us can relate easily. So that's why I took DMart. Okay, so when, for example, I visited DMart, I have selected some products. Okay, I have added those products to my cart, and I walk into the billing counter. Bill counter is called as POS area, like point of sales area. So that is the place where they will scan the barcodes of the product and they will issue the bill. Okay, so this is the example when we walk in to the DMart as a customer. Okay, but in backend, in order to run this business smoother way, or in order to establish or run this business in a well established manner, there should be some software, there should be some people work behind the scene, right? So this is the front end scene, like as a customer we see on a regular basis. But when it comes to the integration, or when it comes to run a business, there are like plenty of softwares running behind the scenes. Okay, example, POS, right? They will scan the barcode and they will issue the bill. So that is one of the POS software. Similarly, whatever the goods you see on the racks which are well organized and placed, right? So those goods come from the inventory. So this inventory will be managed by inventory management software, whatever it is, whether it is SAP, whether it is non SAP, it really doesn't matter. So they will use some inventory management tool to make sure they have enough inventory. For example, if I take any milk packet, okay, for example, in my LB Nagar store, let's take, I have 100 milk packets today. Okay, 100 milk packets were purchased and all 100 were billed. Then immediately there will be a message sent to the inventory management team saying that my inventory of 100 milk packets completed, so issue me a new inventory, so that they will restock, into the freezer racks. Okay, so that is how in the back end it will work. So they will maintain one inventory management tool. And again, so this is LB Nagar branch. Okay, for example, Hyderabad, let us take, if it is Hyderabad, all over Hyderabad, DMart has so many branches, right? So every morning they will issue, or they will send the goods to different branches. Let's take, this one is LB Nagar. If I take Dilshuk Nagar, Kukatpalli, okay, they will issue all the all the different inventories. Like for example, in my inventory, my requirement is XYZ products are completed. Okay, so I have raised a request to the DMart main hub, so that they will send this XYZ products to different branches. Okay, that that and all, like whether it is in transit, or how it is going, how it is traveling, which vehicle is carrying the particular goods, that those information will be maintained in the application called transport management. Okay, so from transport management, again the respective branches will get the required information, and based on that they will come to know, okay, today morning as I have placed some order, so that order is being delivered to our branch today from the DMart central hub team. Okay, so this is how so many applications in the backend will run in order to run a business smoothly. Okay, and now coming to the employees. So in DMart, like each branch, so many employees were working, right? All the employee data, okay, all the employee name, employee ID, how much salary they are getting, will there be any hike percentage, everything they will maintain one subsystem. Okay, so that system also, it is very important to track all the employee leaves, employee salary, credits, debits, everything. So this is how, like, this is just a four, I mean, I took just three or four examples, but there may be lot of backend applications involved to run the business smoothly. Okay, my whole point here is you need to understand the business properly. Okay, so far we just visited DMart as a customer point of view, but going forward, when you visit DMart, you need to make sure, you need to think of it like, okay, when I see a product in the rack, there are lot of backend softwares, lot of people worked in order to make sure this product is available in the rack. So that concept should trigger in your mind. Okay, now, so far is it clear? Any questions? Ashok, Nagendra, Ajit, any doubts? Everything is good, right? Okay, so now I just wanted to relate this example with respect to the integration. Okay, now these are all bits and pieces, right? There is no connection in between any of these particular applications. Okay, so how, for example, POS team bill 100 quantity of a product A. Okay, 100 quantity of product A. How inventory team will come to know whether this particular 100 quantity is consumed in LB Nagar branch? Without intimation, either they should inform manually to the inventory team by calling them saying that so and so product already completed, so you need to issue the new inventory, right? So but if it is a one branch, manual intervention is fine, but usually DMart is a chain of business, retail chain of business, right? There will not be any manual intervention, so they need one connection between POS team to the inventory management team. So this connection or this bridge is called integration. The data exchange between multiple applications or is called an integration. Okay, as an integration developer, our role is to establish proper connection between multiple applications, as well as not only connection, we have to make sure the data is also traveling between these two applications without any hurdles. So that is our primary role and responsibility. Okay, I am reiterating again, the primary role of an integration developer is to establish connection between different applications and to make sure the data should transfer between those applications without fail. Okay, so that is our primary application. So for example, now I have established, let us assume I have established a connection between POS to this inventory management. Now these two systems are communicating, the communication is established between these two applications. Now POS team informed saying that I want 100, I mean product A quantity 100. Okay, now inventory team got this information. Now again there should be one more connection required from inventory team to the transport team as well, right? So as soon as inventory management team received this order, they should raise a transport request. That transport request contains this product A with 100 quantity. Okay, then they will raise a transport request. From this transport request, again there is one more connection required to just make sure that particular transit to this LB Nagar branch tracking ID should be there, right? Let us assume tracking ID. Okay, tracking number of this particular product. Okay, there should be one more connection required between transport management to the main branch of or the DMart LB Nagar branch. And similarly, this employees data should get connected to the central location of the DMart, because this is the central server, let us assume. Okay, so all the employee data resides in this server, so there is a connection required from the central server to this employee as well as to the sub branch as well. Similarly, there should be one more connection required from the employee to the POS, because if you observe, whenever some employee bill the quantity, their employee ID or their some reference number should print on the bill. So in order to print that, there should be some communication between this employee server to the POS box, POS software. Okay, so our role is to make sure to understand the business properly and what are the applications involved in it, and how to establish connection between these applications, and how to transfer the data between these two applications. So this would be our primary role and responsibility. Okay, and throughout the course, what I am going to teach you is like how you will establish communication or the connection between web service applications, HTTP, SOAP, or SAP based applications. Okay, that is the connectivity part, and how we are going to transfer the data between those applications using CPI as a middleware. CPI means Cloud Platform Integration. Okay, as a middleware. So that is what you are going to learn throughout the session. Okay, this is a GUI tool. CPI is a GUI tool, which doesn't mean like it's not simple like a drag and drop. We need to think of the logics as well, making sure that whether the particular data transfer between those application system A and system B are well communicated and established or not. Okay, okay, so far are you good with this example? uh, uh, can you please respond someone? Ganesh, any doubts? Yeah, all good, right? Yeah, because you need to understand this example very much, because integration concept starts from this particular business only. Without understanding business, whether it is retail, whether it is pharma, whether it is telecommunication, whether it is what we call utilities means water, petrol, those things. So whatever is your project going forward, whatever is your application, first and foremost always we need to try to understand the client business, like what business they are doing, whether they are dealing with the direct customer retailers or whether they are dealing with the big companies like vendors. Okay, first we need to understand the basic example of the business. Okay, now I assume you are pretty much confident on this particular example, right? So let us move forward. Now if you see this example, I have drawn these connections to only particular one branch, right? It is LB Nagar branch. Let's say if I take Kukatpalli, okay, JNTU, Patancheru, okay, if I take these branches, let us assume again there should be one more connection added to this, added from this application to the respective locations, right? It will be very clumsy and very confusing also in future. If someone, if the developer resign and he moved to the different company, and then for the new person it will be very difficult to analyze the connections as well. See, if I draw these connections from one box to different locations, how clumsy it is. And even not only clumsy, it will be very difficult to deal if there is any issues. Okay, so this is the traditional way, like this called point to point integration. Okay, P2P, let's take point to point integration, which means whenever there is a new application, they will draw one more connection like this. This is called point to point integration. The drawback of this integration is very difficult to understand the connection, and if there is any data issue, very difficult to analyze, time taking as well. Okay, so to overcome all these drawbacks, in later on in nowadays we are using integration bus concept. What is that? Integration bus concept. Okay, which means there will be a bus, okay, integration bus. This bus will handle all the connection related what we call establishments. Okay, I'll show you. So let me take you to the PPT. So far we have discussed about this connection. Okay, this is called point to point. Okay, just try to map this diagram with our DMAT example. This is one branch of DMAT, this is another branch. Okay, like that. So if you see here, whatever the middle line between the connection between B to C is called the middleware tool. Whether it is CPA, whether it is Mulsoft, whether it is Dell Boomi, there are a lot of middleware tools are there in the market, integration tools. Okay, so whatever it is, so this is the traditional method before the integration bus. This is how connections established in between the different systems. Okay, and even if you can refer the definition of the middleware as well. Middleware is software that acts as a bridge between different applications. So far we have discussed the same thing, right? In the DMAT example, what we have seen, employees database as well as transportation management, inventory management, how they act. So or how they are connected in between that to the main servers. So that is called the middleware tool. And this is the point to point example. Now, so to overcome the drawbacks of this point to point integration, later days they have incorporated this one, mediated communication. Okay, so this mediated communication is also called as integration bus. So whatever you see this blue box, right, this is called integration bus. Okay, now if you see, if you can relate the difference between these two diagrams, right, here if you see there are like lot of connections and it is very difficult to analyze the issue as well. Now here very simple, only one connection between each application to this integration bus. A B C D E F are nothing but different applications. Okay, for example, if I want to communicate from A to E, you just need to connect A to this integration bus, similarly E to this integration bus, that's it. This integration bus will take care of all the data transfer between A to E, A to D, A to C, A to B, A to F. Okay, which means you are just using one connection to the integration bus, and the integration bus is taking care of all other related activities. Okay, any questions on the integration bus? Okay, so hope you are clear about this integration bus, right? Now moving on to the next concept. So somehow like you wanted to learn CPI and you came today, right? So I just wanted to highlight one more thing over here. So CPI itself is not an any component. Okay, it is a capability of one of the tool which is there in the business technology platform of SAP. Okay, what is business technology platform? You need to understand this. If you want, you can make a note. Business technology platform. Okay, please make a note of this, because in interviews most of the people will ask what is BTP. Okay, so BTP stands for business technology platform. BTP stands for business technology platform. Okay, it is a BTP is a SAP's unified platform. BTP is a SAP's unified platform. SAP's unified platform that combines database, database, data management, analytics, application development, and integration capabilities. Okay, let me show you BTP how it look like, so that you will come to. Hope you have written this definition, right? SAP BTP is a SAP's unified platform that combines database, data management, analytics, application development, and integration capabilities. What does it mean? What exactly it is? I will show you. So now I'm taking you to the, this is called SAP BTP cockpit. Okay, going forward I will tell you how to register to this, how to create an account, and how to subscribe. Everything I will teach you. Okay, for now just feel the tool, that's it. So this is SAP's BTP cockpit. Okay, which means now everything is cloud application, right? Hope you are all aware about cloud, but I just wanted to just highlight one liner on the cloud. In olden days, like for example, if you want to uh, use any software, then you have to purchase that software along with the hardware requirements as well. Which means, for example, if I want to use an laptop, I need to purchase a laptop along with the softwares as well. Okay, that is the olden days concept. Now everything is moved to cloud, which means cloud is always a subscription based models. Okay, for example, if you want to use my servers or my application, you just need to take the subscription. The best example is Netflix, Hotstar. Okay, those are the best examples, because you are not going to maintain any software, you are not going to download anything, you are just going to take their subscription and view the content. Similarly, you can relate the same example to the nowadays softwares as well. Okay, for example, if it is SAP, or even if it is non SAP as well, non SAP in the sense like Oracle DBs, or some Microsoft products, some reporting tools, BO, Tableau, MicroStrategy. So they're all cloud applications now. Okay, which means with the help of subscription, we can avail their services. Whenever we don't want, we'll just stop paying them. That's it. So the basic difference between on-premise is the olden days one, like where you need to maintain the system requirements as along with the software updates as well, right? Those are all on-premise one. Cloud means like someone is going to provide you the services, you are just going to subscribe their services, just pay whatever you use. That's it. That is cloud. The basic advantage of cloud when it compares to the on-premise is, when it comes to our softwares, right? So if it is on premise, it is client's responsibility to update their softwares along with their hardwares. Okay, but when it comes to the cloud, everything will be taken care by SAP in terms of this one CPI. Okay, they will release patches on monthly basis, they will take care of all the camel upgrades, everything will be taken care by client. We just simply subscribe to their services, use it, that's it. If there is any issue also, it's SAP's responsibility to resolve that, not our headache. So that is the beauty of cloud. Along with the ease of use, there are a lot of benefits compared to the on-premise applications. So that's the reason nowadays everyone is moving to cloud. Similarly, this integration tool which I am going to demonstrate going forward, right? This is also a cloud application which is an ancestor to the SAP PIPO, process integration or process orchestration on-premise tool of SAP. This is a cloud version. Look and feel is different, application is altogether different, but we can relate that SAP's ecosystem, they have an on-premise middleware tool. Similarly, now they have an cloud middleware tool as well. Okay, any questions here? Maybe I might have deviated from BTP to the cloud, but yeah, uh, that is good to know, because cloud, if you know the cloud, then it will be very easy to understand this SAP's BTP concept. Okay, hope you are now hope you have better understanding on the cloud applications, right? Now let us assume like SAP, now they have converted their all on-premise applications to the cloud. Okay, but how they wanted to sell, like where to sell, how to sell, right? So to answer those questions, the SAP's concept is BTP cockpit, business cockpit, because in this cockpit they are maintaining all their cloud applications. Okay, let me show you. In the BTP cockpit, they are maintaining all their cloud applications. So whatever is required, just client will pay that service and use it. So for example, if so this is the BTP cockpit. If you go to this service marketplace, here you will be able to see all the cloud applications of SAP. Okay, based on our requirement, we just need to avail the service by subscribing to them. In our case, it is integration suite. Just stop me whenever you feel like it is too much, too much into one go. So you see, this is the integration suite. Okay, so this is the tool which you are going to learn, not CPI. Inside integration tool, CPI is one of its capability. Okay, so whenever someone asks you, you need to tell clearly that I am going to learn, or I am learning BTP integration suite. Okay, inside integration suite we are going to work on CPI, cloud platform integration. Okay, now I am just going to this application, our integration suite. Okay, so this is how the integration tool looks like, integration suite. And whatever the options you see on the left side, right, these capabilities are all CPI's capabilities, cloud platform integrations capability. Okay, it contains design, monitor, discover, everything. Okay, so if you are very much determined and if you want to pursue your career inside the SAP's integration tool, then you need to be very much familiar of this page, of these options. Okay, throughout this course I will discuss about discover section, design section, monitor. Okay, you will come to know all the options present in this particular design area. Okay, let me open one of the sample integration flow as well. Okay, just it's a dummy one. Okay, this is how it looks like. Okay, you need to learn what is this sender, what is this receiver, what is this integration process. Okay, what are this these are all called palette options. These are all called palette options. Inside each and every palette, okay, we'll be having multiple different options. So you need to learn all these palette options in order to establish a connection between one application to the other application. Okay, so let us take, now you are familiar with the DMART example, right? For example, I will take inventory management. Okay, this is a sender system. From inventory management, that particular inventory related information is going to receiver is like our DMART. Let's take DMART store application. Okay, DMART store application. So as I said, it's a GUI tool, right? It is simply drag and drop only, but when it comes to the real integration, we have to write some logics as well. Okay, I'll just take anything HTTP. Okay, within this integration process, we will build all our mappings, data manipulations, everything will take care in this particular integration process. Okay, throughout the course we'll be learning more and more about this particular page, this particular palette options, everything. Okay, and what is this discover, what is this design, what is monitor, everything will be covered in the course. And one more thing, now as a CPI is holding more number of job calls, right? Is it because of SAP already stopped their support? Sorry, SAP is going to stop their support to PO applications. Okay, so that is the reason clients are more interested to migrate their existing SAP PO box to CPI. So that is the reason you see more number of calls in the job markets now. So in order to work on the migration projects, you need to be very familiar with all these design concepts, monitor concepts, and even the discover section as well. I'll just give one liner about this discover, design and monitor, then we'll go to the course content, like what I'm going to cover throughout the course. Okay, so this is the discover area where SAP is already given the predefined content, integration content. Okay, let's take for example, this is, I mean, SAP is already having a solid on-premise middleware tool called SAP PO, right? Based on their experiences, they have designed some already existing integration flows inside this integration suite. Okay, this is called a ready-made content, which will save time as well as money to the client. Okay, if the given requirement is matching 100%, we can simply come to this discover area, search for that. For example, search for Salesforce. It will give you all the integration, one second, all the integration content available for the Salesforce. See, SAP ERP integration with Salesforce. Okay, these are all the different packages, predefined content or the ready-made content. Okay, if the given requirement is matching 100%, then we'll come to the discover section and just copy this particular content. When you click on copy, the content will be moved to design. Okay, so there we need to edit and do modifications whatever is required as per the given requirement. But what you need to understand is, in the discover section we can see the ready-made content published by the SAP. So that is the discover area. Now coming to the design. Design is the area where you need to work on the packages which were copied from the discover, or the packages which we have created. For example, there is a requirement which is not even matching 50% to the standard or ready-made content. Then we are going to create a customized package, customized integration package, and inside that integration package we will work on the integration flows. Okay, so design is the area where we work most of the time. All our modifications, mappings, data manipulations, connections, transformations, everything will be taken care in the area called design. Okay, once you have designed, once you have deployed that particular iFlow, then monitor is the area where you need to check whether the deployed content is running successfully or not, whether the data from the source to the target is transferred properly or not. Okay, so most of the time we'll be working on this particular three options: discover, design and monitor. So this is the CPI capability of the integration suite. Any questions? Okay, now let me take you. So this is the course content. It's just overview of cloud integration services. What is cloud platform? What is integration platform as a service? Capabilities of cloud integration, CPI architecture. CPI web UI means the one which I have already shown you, right? This is the one. Okay, and again, as it is a cloud based application, we can take free subscription for our hands-on practice purpose. Okay, that also I will guide you, like how to create our own tenant, how to subscribe this integration suite, how to create our first iFlow. Okay, trial access setup, everything, getting started with the SAP, like how, and I will make sure like you will be pretty much comfortable during your first run as well. Okay, and simulation of integration flows. Now you have deployed, for example, you have deployed or designed your iFlows and deployed on the cloud. Like how to simulate them before deploying, how you make sure whether your code is working fine or not. That simulation methods. Okay, integration operations like in cloud integration operations, message monitoring, managing integration, that monitor screen, connectivity testing, everything, number ranges, trace functions, everything. Okay, now adapters. Adapter means like I have shown you, right? Where is this pen? So adapters are a software component which will establish connection between these applications. Okay, whenever you draw or whenever you establish a connection, that is called an adapter. Using adapter softwares you are going to establish a connection. Now you might be having a question, are we going to develop these adapters? No, SAP already given enough number of adapters. Okay, we just need to use them, that's it. Okay, so those are all different adapters: HTTP adapter, OData adapter, SOAP adapter, mail adapter, SFTP adapter. These are all the different adapters which we are going to learn throughout the session, throughout the different sessions. Okay, now then again, security. For each and every application, security is also very important, right? How we are going to maintain security while the message is been transferred in between different applications. Okay, that part will be covered under security. Okay, then again, different palette options I have showed you, right? Receiver, sender, everything, these are all called different, I mean, palettes. These are all called, one second. So this is the adapter. Okay, FTP is the adapter, HTTP is one of the adapter, and these are all palette options. Content modifier, you're going to learn all this. Okay, without this palette, without the knowledge of this palette options, you will not be able to do anything inside the integration process. So I will, for sure, I will cover all the palette options. Okay, routing, splitters, multicast, validators. And for this application, Groovy is also there. Groovy is very important. We have some predefined Groovy scripts already in place. Okay, so either you can use those predefined Groovy scripts, or if you are from Java background, then understanding Groovy will be very easy to you. You can also write your own Groovy scripts. So those things also I will cover, like introduction to Groovy, like what is Groovy, what are the standard Groovy scripts available, how we are going to use, where we will use, what are the most widely used Groovy scripts. Those things I will cover. Okay, and these are all different examples. HTTP, using HTTPS adapters to mail, HTTP to HTTP. These are all different examples. We'll use all these examples in our sessions. Okay, these are all advanced topics. So these are the different 12 different topics which I am going to cover throughout our course. Okay, any questions? Okay, now the most important topic, like whether this tool is suitable to you or not. You need to self-assess yourself. Okay, so in order to self-assess, you need to know the basic things, right? You are already familiar with the what is integration, what is your role, everything you know now. So you need to self-assess yourself whether this tool is suitable to you or not. Okay, I'm just stopping the recording.